This podcast includes explicit language and sensitive topics that some may find offensive.
All views expressed belong to the individual speaking and not a representation of any entity that we have been, am now, or will be affiliated with. It's your chance to back out now.
That being said,
If not, enjoy the show.
Previously on The Black Man Misunderstood.
I got 2 words. Hell yeah. I am a single black man. I'm gonna be real honest. I've been in
Black man, misunderstood.
It's your boy Mike B.
In the neighborhood therapist. Welcome to the Black Man Misunderstood. Here we discuss topics about the black man that others are afraid to speak on. I am your host, the neighborhood therapist, and I'm rocking with my brother, as always, with his signature, Mike B.
Yeah.
And this is season 3, episode 20. Black men don't cheat. Or do they? Ooh-wee. You ready, Mike?
Yeah, man, let's get into it, bro. This is gonna be spicy.
Okay. So straight off the back, man, I want to tell you a little story about the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you a little story about the barbershop?
Come on now.
All right. So I've been seeing my barber for about 2 years and some months now, since I moved out to the H. That was a mission to find him, but I found him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Decent brother. Shout out to Money the Barber. He slicing me up, doing this thing, right? One day I had hit him, and I was like, all right, yeah, I need that cut, bro. Got this event, right? He was like, yo, I'm out of town. And I was like, what you mean, bro? Like, I was like, I'll pay you extra, like, before you leave, like, come through. Like, I need this cut for this event, my guy, right?
Wow.
And he was like, yo, and he was gonna do it because, I don't know about everybody else, but I tip my barber every time I go. So he's more than willing to, like, oh yeah, Just, I got you, bro. But he's like, bro, I'm way out of town. I'm like, yeah, no worries, bro. Fun fact. Hear me out. Fun fact, okay? I used to cut my hair for 9 years back in the places we would not speak on because there weren't any black barbers that knew how to cut hair where I was at. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. I know how to cut my own hair. But this was an event, man.
You didn't want to do it yourself. I know.
I didn't want to do it myself, man. I wanted the crispy edges and all of that, man.
You wanted the razor if you wanted the extra sharpness.
Yeah. I mean, I used the razor on myself too, but it just hit different when somebody else is looking at it. And facts. So I was like, all right, bro, no worries, bro. I'm gonna see you soon. Bet, boom. So I sit down, I sit in my bed and I ponder, man. And listen, bro, these things right here are things that we don't talk about, right? So you got 2 sides of the coin. You got the other side that I'm not a part of, where black men just be like, well, he ain't available. Fuck it. I'm gonna hit up this, and this. They got barbers on speed dial. Shout out to y'all. Salute to y'all. Okay. I ain't built like y'all. I'm big on loyalty. Okay. I'm big on loyalty. And it's a relationship with your barber. Your barber knows where to cut, where not to cut. Hit it with the grain, without the grain over there, against the grain over here. A 2 or 1 clip. I don't want to lose some of y'all. Ladies, y'all don't really know nothing about that, but it's a process.
Well, some might do. Don't worry.
Facts. No disrespect. Yeah. Facts. Because y'all out here living y'all most natural life. Facts. Okay. But it's no different than the queen and her beautician.
Yep.
It's a certain relationship there, right? It's a certain loyalty that comes with that. But I had an event. So, Mike, I got on the app. I found a barber around Houston, and I hit him up. And I was like, yo, need this cut, this and this. Crazy part about it, he costs way less than my barber, and he actually cuts pretty good. broke bread with him. He's a super hood guy. Not to say my barber dude not a hood dude, but this dude trenches, like real, homie. I felt like I was literally back home. I'm like, whoa, what's good, bro? He said, yeah, what's good with it? Boom, boom. Like aggressive. I'm like, say less. Chop me up, did his thing, and I'm just like, yo, I appreciate you. Tipped him off, whatever. He's like, yo, man, make sure you hit me back up, man. Give me a good review, this, and this. And I was like, yeah, bro. I got in that car. I felt like crap. Like crap. I looked good. But I felt like crap because in this moment, I was like, hey, yo, my man, you just cheated on your barber, bro. And I know some listeners are looking like they listen to the podcast. They're like, oh, bro, pull your skirt down, bro. Like, what's the big deal? Like, it's not that serious. It's like, nah, see. You don't have to get into his chair next time, right? This is the part they don't talk about, right? Barbers know where you going to another barber, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't cut that edge up that tight. That shape of that's supposed to look like that. I didn't do that. I don't use that product. You know what I mean? So based off of my story, right, Mike? I just want to ask you a real question. Does that make me a cheater to you? Let's talk about it.
Ooh, that's a turn of the Don type of question. All right. Did you cheat? I don't think you cheated. You needed something in the moment, and the person that you go to was not available. But saying it that way, when it's applied to other situations, it sounds terrible.
Facts.
So, in my instance, when it comes to a service, and you normally go to someone, but that person is not available, and when I mean service, I mean something that you have to pay for.
Okay.
That's not dealt sexually. First of all, let me clarify that.
Okay, I like that
cleanup. You have to
cleanup.
pay for that you don't. It doesn't pertain to anything sexual.
I
don't think it's cheating because they weren't available. It's product or service. It's supply and demand. Like when there's a high demand and a low supply, it's gonna be far and few between people getting everything. But when there's a high demand and a small supply, you can have your choice of who you want to go to. So in that instance, no, I don't think you cheated on your barber. But at the same time, it's not cheating. It wasn't cheating because your barber knew you had the event and he knew he wasn't available and he knew you couldn't wait.
Right, but I never told my barber that I went to another barber. Does that make it?
I don't think that changes it because it's a service. You're paying for his service. It's not like you just, what to do? I'm going to do this. But it's something you needed in the moment. And I don't think you could have waited. Correct?
No.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You good, bro?
Look, can we get into the definitions?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So people tend to use the word cheating as the overall everything for relationships, cheating at the football game, the basketball game, but it's actually two different definitions. So you got infidelity and then you got cheating. Let me educate real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
So infidelity, that's the action or state of being unfaithful to a spouse or other sexual partner. Okay? That's infidelity. Cheating, act dishonorably or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or an examination. Bars? Bars. Okay. So now based off of that cheating definition, did I cheat?
The answer is no.
Facts. Okay. Glad that you said that. So let's get into what the listeners are really here for, which is, do black men cheat? So they're looking at the cheat word and they're like, man, you know what we meant. We ain't talking about no infidelity. You know cheating mean infidelity, right? All right, bet. Let me educate y'all. Okay, let me do it. Let me do what I do best. It's learning time. Can I teach in here?
Come on, bro. Take him to school.
Bet. All right. Don't let me bore y'all to death. First of all, shout out to Dr. Tristan McBain. She came out with this little list, and it's super helpful. So I want to give her all her credit in the world. All right. So, what types of infidelity are there? There's physical, there's emotional, there's cyber, there's object, there's financial, there's micro cheating, there's combined. All of those are types of infidelity. Ooh. Right? Ready? Let's go through them. Physical. That's a given. You already know what time that is. That's physical, sexual connection outside of the relationship. Okay? That's going all the way. That's what we consider going all the way. Right? This was a new one for me a couple of years ago. I really didn't know that this existed.
Really?
Emotional infidelity. That's when you have an emotional attachment to someone else. That is sometimes considered worse than physical.
Oh, no. It definitely is worse than physical. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, this was a learning lesson for me, fam. And I don't got no shame in saying that. I did not know that, bro. I promise you. I was like, what? Emotional? What are you talking? What is that? Really? What is that? But when it was explained to me from the role reversal flip, bro, I would lose my mind if my shorty was, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I was like,
but wait till we get into that later. Come on, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
So
go ahead, bro.
That one threw me for a loop, right? Cyber infidelity. That's DMing or sexting someone. Sexting, not texting, sexting when you being flirty and all that stuff, right? This also includes watching porn without your spouse knowing.
Ooh.
Okay, that can be a problem. All right. This one gonna throw a couple people for a loop. You ready? Object infidelity. This is when the partner is more focused, borderline obsessed on something that causes a distraction from the relationship. Think of somebody that works on their car rather than talking to their spouse. They'd rather go shopping than be with their spouse. They'd rather play their video games than to deal with their spouse. All of these things they rather do than rather be with their spouse or talk to their spouse. They give more time to an object than the relationship. That can be considered a form of infidelity.
Wow.
Right? Financial infidelity. This is when one partner is deceitful about how much money they earn, how much they give, how much debt they owe, and how much they loan or take in from loans.
Okay.
So basically, they can hide money in separate bank accounts you won't know about, that type of thing. That's financial infidelity, right? Micro cheating. This is a unique one. Hear me out, Mike. These are actions that that bothers the partner, such as flirting with other women. Like, they told you, hey, I don't like when you flirt with other women, and you still do it anyway. But here's the kicker. You do it anyway, but you have no intentions of straying outside the relationship. It's basically like I'm going to do me. It don't matter, but I still love you. Right?
Yeah.
Deep. And the last one is combined infidelity. That's literally when you take one or more of the ones I just named, you combine them and you do it to your spouse. So physical and emotional infidelity, financial and micro cheating, you name it. So there's ways to go about that, right? So that's all of those. Now, can we dig into why people cheat, Mike? I promise you this history lesson is almost done.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So you got opportunistic cheaters, obligatory cheaters, conflicted romantic, conflicted romantic, and then commemorative. All right. So let me go through these real quick. Opportunistic is exactly what it sounds like. You gave into your sexual desire. You could be sober or you could be under the influence, but you gave into it because the situation presented itself. So, i.e., you saw somebody that you was attracted to at the same hotel where you and your person is at, and they flashed you, and you was like, I like what they got going on. You went in their room, you did your thing, you got up out of there, you went back to your hotel room with your spouse. Like, no judgment, but that's what that is, right?
Yep.
Obligatory. You enjoy the attention that comes with cheating. Some people enjoy attention that much.
Yep.
Real thing, right?
Yeah.
Conflicted romantic. You have love and a sexual desire for someone else and your partner. So that's boyfriend number one, boyfriend number two, girlfriend number one, girlfriend number two, thing number one, thing number two, because everybody got their own thing that they into.
Husband and okay. Mistress on the side. Yep. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Right. But you in love with both of them. Or you love both of them. Or I don't know, you in lust with both of them. I don't know. Whatever you're into. Okay?
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Non-conflicted romantic. You no longer have an emotional attachment to your spouse and you seek it from someone else. But you also want your current relationship to work for a reason, i.e., you staying for the kids. Ooh. Or you staying so she don't get half the house. I'm talking to somebody, huh?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Out here preaching, right? Last one. Commemorative, right? This is when you're not getting your sexual needs or physical needs met, so you go out and you find someone else for them to meet them. This one actually happens a lot, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, no. This one definitely is probably the number one. I would have said this was number one before you even read the descriptions, in my opinion.
Okay. But that's all of the scientific backing of them. They broke it down. You know, what's your thoughts on those, bro?
Yo, I like it. And the crazy thing is, I have a feeling like, even though you just heard of emotional, I always knew emotional was part of it. It's physical, emotional. Really? I knew those were two off the rip. Infidelities. The cyber and the object threw me for a loop. Because I would never had thought about breaking it down like that. And then financial, definitely that one's expected. But I wouldn't even call it infidelity. I would just be like they're holding back their secrets and whatnot. But it makes sense that that's what it is.
It's a form of lying. Deceit. Deceit is infidelity.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then micro cheating. This is funny to me because this is the micro cheating is always the thing that's always been debated by everyone. Oh, flirting is cheating. Flirting is not cheating. Where people miss flirting is cheating when you know you're doing it. If you just happen to have a conversation and they take it as flirting, but you're not flirting, that's a whole different ball game. But we can dive into that later.
You got to also jump on that and elevate and say it depends on what your partner wants as well. Yeah. Because in some relationships, like me and wifey alluded to in ours, I purposely flirt. Well, first of all, I'm a natural flirt. There's nothing I can do about that. And I was clean coming into the relationship, the marriage with that. Like, yo, that's how you met me. So I'm naturally going to flirt, but I'm going to use it to our benefit now. I'm going to get her some discounts on this, and that. You know what I'm saying?
So I see where you're going with this. Yeah, I see where you're going.
But your significant other has to be cool with the quirks. But if the significant other is like, nah, I ain't going for it, and you still do it anyway, now you in that position.
Yeah, no, facts.
It can be considered infidelity.
Facts. It's funny how you say that, but like, you say you're a natural flirt and you do it to get things. I definitely get that, and I understand that a lot of people do it like that. Females do it all the time, but we don't. But they don't get questioned about it. That's no here nor there.
Facts.
But for me, I'm a people person, and you know this. So I can be just having a natural conversation. People think I'm flirting, and I'm really not. I'm just having a conversation.
How does your queen deal with that?
So so at first, you know, it's new to Steph. My queen, it's new. It was new to her in the beginning, and she had to get used to it because, you know, she has her moments when she wants to be a people person, then she has her moments when she wants to chill out and just watch. Right. but she knows that's not me. I'm always talking to people. I'm constantly gonna talk to people. I don't know how to shut up. Let's be for real. Oh, so it took a little bit of her getting used to me always speaking, but also at the same time, I started to become more cognizant on how much I'm speaking, what am I speaking about, who am I speaking to, and adjusting. So there was some adjustment on my end too, but it doesn't stop me from naturally doing what I do naturally, speaking.
Can we go ahead and get into the fire question, bro? Because I know people, they itching. They like, come on, y'all not gonna just be up there giving definitions. Y'all gotta ask the hard questions. They want to know, Mike.
Yeah,
they want to know.
Let's do it. Let's get into the smoke.
I'll let you pop it off, man. You got it.
Have you ever cheated?
Which definition are we doing this off of? Are we doing it off the hood terminology or the what everybody considers cheating to be cheating? Or are we doing it, hey, off of the one the real definition we just gave you? What's up?
So I would say, let's show them both sides of the coin. Let's show them the hood definition and let's do the proper term.
We can't really even call it the hood definition. Yeah. It's the mass social media, definition. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me look at this. Act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage. Does pick up and hold count? Knocking people down so they don't get the ball. I mean, it's. I'm just. They said acting dishonestly in the game. Like, I'm just saying, does it count?
Yo, you're a mess for that. Oh,
I'm just.
You can count that, I guess.
Okay, because I'm the guy that purposely would move you out the way physically to get to the ball, whether it's volleyball, basketball, whatever sport.
Look. Let's be for real. Any athlete at one point cheated, right? Because it's the bending of the rules. If the ref don't see it, not cheating. If the refs see it, they can call a foul on you for cheating.
Okay.
Point blank period. I ain't worried about that. Okay. Now let's get to the other side.
No. Right. Yeah, you put it because the listeners like, come on with that BS, bro. I got you. I got you. I can see y'all faces. Definitely. No smoke. I did it so bad. As a kid, it was in summer camp. I remember it was in that's how vivid it is.
I ain't doing all that though.
Oh yeah, to this day I remember it. I was a kid, bro. Yeah, I did it so bad that I lied and told the one chick that I had a twin. His name was Justin. And you come on, Mike, stop judging me, bro. Let me finish.
I'm not judging. I'm laughing because you made a whole story up.
Hey man, let me finish, bro. So I told one that who you seen her with, because she said she saw me, hugging on her and stuff. I was like, nah, that was my twin Justin. But see, where I was young, I had messed up. I didn't tell the other one that the name was Justin. I told her the name was Justice. So what they ended up doing was we had to line up. This is the Boys and Girls Club back in the day, right? This is how young I was. So we used to line up. And my cousin could attest to this, real talk. The both of them walked up to me and was like, okay, so who are you? I was like, oh. I don't remember the answer. I just know both of them slapped me. I got found out. That was it. My cousin laughed at me, and then she walked over and was like, you don't do that to women, the girls. And I got that whole talk. And after that, I was like, all right, lesson learned. To add insult to injury, Karma, once again. You remember Karma? Yep. You remember the story about Karma that I gave you?
Yep.
Okay. This is when I first learned that this was a real thing. After that day, and both of those young ladies looked like their hearts were broken, my uncle came and picked me up. I don't even know if he remembered this story. He came and picked us up. And I guess he was in a rush. I don't remember, right? statute of limitations. Y'all can't do nothing to my uncle anyway. I got in the back seat and the door was still open. I still had my foot out. He started driving the car. He drove over my foot, bro. Yeah. My left foot. I remember it like yesterday. He drove over my left foot and I yelled out. I was like, oh, yo. He stopped the car, bro. He stopped the tire on my foot, bro. We reversed it, bro. By the grace of everything high, bro, my foot wasn't broken. My ankle, whatever. Mm-hmm. Because of the way I was inside the car and outside, and I jumped out the car, and So after that day, I was like, oh, this happened because I was playing games, and I said my name was Justin, and it was Justin, and bro. Ever since that day, bro, I shot it straight. Every time I would deal with women, I would attempt to, do the right thing, keep it cordial just between us. And then, of course, seeing a lot of the stuff that my mother went through, I was just like, I don't want to put no woman through that. So that's my answer. That's my answer. Now, are you game to answer this, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Because people want to know.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm going to answer this. All right.
Mike B.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Ain't going to get no story from me. Yes, I have. All right. Ooh. But I'm gonna let the world on a little secret. So, the definitions you gave, right? I'm gonna go that route. So, me, I am a lover, all right? And I will give you the world. I love the individual, but one of my needs wasn't being satisfied, so I stepped out. That's why. But also with me stepping out, I realized that relationship wasn't for me. So I'm gonna just keep it a buck. It took time for me to get to that point in a minute, but I knew that relationship wasn't me because that's something I didn't want to emulate. I saw it with my father. Not trying to put his business out there, but this is my point of view, my story, and
it's your perception.
Yeah, I saw it from my father, and I saw how it affected my mom, and I saw how it affected the relationship with us, meaning me and my siblings with my father. So, yeah, it took me time to realize that relationship wasn't for me, but it wasn't for me. Let it go. I moved on. I did my thing. Afterwards, people can take that however they want to, and did whatever. I didn't tell the person. Person probably still don't know, because I'm not even giving enough clues for the individual to know who I'm speaking of.
Right. Right.
So I kept that to myself because I, if anything, put more pressure on myself and like, yo, Mike, you should never have done that at all. Period. Point blank. It always goes back to the Ed saying, you reap what you sow. And I can honestly say, but not giving too many details, like situation later, now that I'm even thinking about it now, put me in a bad place. So, yeah.
It's real, right? It's things that black men don't really even consider. We just be out here. I ain't gonna speak for all black men, but like a lot of us, bro, we just be out here moving. We don't be thinking about no consequences. It's on site. Oh, I like how that look. I want that. Yo, ain't you married? You know what I mean? Like, don't you got a shorty at home? Ain't you got a spouse, bro? Like a significant other? Like, what we doing, bro? But I digress. So, even though we went the cheating route, right? This is essentially the same question, but again, you don't have to answer it. It's just a different element to it. Have you ever been unfaithful? And by unfaithful, I mean infidelity.
Infidelity. So we're going to make sure I'm reading this question right. The active state of being unfaithful to the spouse. The answer is yes. Okay. I'm not going to give spiel no more, but yes.
Right.
I answered it before, so yes.
Okay. All right.
You, sir?
All right. For sure, but not in the way people think. Never did the whole physical thing. Wait, hold on. I do not want to lie. Hold on. Take that back. Did do the physical thing once. But I mean, I know the people gonna be like, "Oh, that's it. That's it. You don't even know." But
emotional.
I'm still gonna explain.
I already know where you're going. Emotional. Mm-hmm.
Well, the emotional came later, but the physical, the actual physical act of cheating or infidelity, definitely. I had an inkling that the person who I was with was doing something out of pocket, and when I got enough information that I felt like I confirmed it, I took that chance, right? And it wasn't on purpose. It just was. It was an opportunity, right? The opportunity presented itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna throw you under the bus. You know, me and you was walking home one day, and she was like, "Hey, Mike," and I was like, "How you know her, bro?" Because I've been living here for eons, my guy. Hey, bro, I'm here to check Mike Vita today, okay? I've been living here for eons. Hey, yo, my man, let me tap you real quick. You know her, bro. I'm just saying, right? You over to get this nice hug, and like you said, you talk to people, you got this conversation going, and here I am like a dummy standing on the sidewalk, waiting on you to finish your conversation. Mind you, this guy might be. I just want to paint the picture for y'all. Shorty had about like what 14 stairs and 14 stairs that you got to go up. Mike went up 13 of those 14 stairs, y'all. Left me on the sidewalk. I don't know if y'all know about the blocks in New Jersey, but my man left me. Okay, I'm sitting. My man's left me sitting there, standing there, looking at him as he talks to Shorty, right? And I hear her whisper to him, "Who's that? That's your friend?" He's like, "Oh yeah, just come in." So I'm gonna throw Mike B under the bus because he was very much aware that I was dealing with someone, but he would later go on to tell me as adults, not as kids, as adults, you know, bro, I knew she wasn't for you anyway. So what? I'm like, nah, you out of pocket, bro. You my brother. You supposed to tell me from the rip, my guy. Yeah, we put him on court trial today. He is in homie court. Homie court is in session. What's up, bro?
All right.
Okay, so that led to a whole fling, and I regret nothing, because I turned out to be right. The person that I was with was definitely doing infidelity things. She was dealing with another individual, and it happened. I don't fault her for nothing. Like, it's all love, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But the relationship that I built with that individual, that Mike alley-ooped to me, I'm gonna stop. But the relationship that I built with that individual was like so dope. So I don't regret anything. I hate it went down that way, but life happens. Okay. And then the second time that I could stand on trial for is definitely emotional. Again, I was ignorant. I didn't really understand that was a thing. I shouldn't have been doing it. The reason I was doing it don't count. It don't matter. It doesn't. You know what I mean? But just for people that want to know, it was I felt like I was getting a lack of. There was something missing, and I kept asking for it. And one thing, I'm gonna speak for me as a black man. I'm only gonna ask so many times, yo. I'm only gonna ask so many times from a significant other, especially when I'm going so hard for you and doing the things that I feel that a black man should be doing. Yo, if your man not being fed, I mean, again, I'm speaking for me, y'all. If your man not being fed and taken care of it on all aspects, yo, there's only so long you're gonna hold that man down, because it's like somebody else will do that, and it's vice versa. Somebody will do that for your significant other, you know, whatever it is that you into. Right. Yeah, I have to be careful out here. Take care of the person that you with, because the dating pool, like we've already alluded to, it's kind of got feces in it. It's a lot of going on. So, but to answer the question, long story short, Mike, yes, definitely been unfavorable.
All right. But before we move on to the next one, I'm putting you on trial.
Oh,
when you set your brother up with some female, and she,
I know,
and she did not pass the snuff test, specifically with Big Sis, and you know this, man.
But see, okay. Your Honor, listen, Your Honor. To my defense, okay, we were young and dumb, okay, and who I sent his way, she was down for, we were. Can I speak bluntly without y'all trying to crucify me? Listen. We were kids. We were having fun. She was down for the fun section of growing up in the hood, which was sexual pleasures. I mean, can I just say what I'm saying now? And
yeah, but
Mike was
we
like,
also got,
man, this is what? Go ahead.
And you also gotta remember at that time, yes, we talked about those things, but was I really big in doing those things?
Okay, hold on. Your Honor, I don't want to talk to lawyer Mike B right now. Your Honor, I'm going to talk to you, Your Honor, the listeners. Your Honor, is it really my fault that I am attempting to be a good brother and send a beautiful black queen your way, you know what I mean? And go, hey, how you? Oh, so you with the? Oh, you want? Oh, can I say less? My man's, you know what I mean? He's a good dude. He wanna. Oh, and Mike's like, well, I spoke to Keisha, and Keisha said absolutely not. I'm like, you spoke to Keisha? I'm like, why?
You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this.
What you mean you spoke to Big Sis? Why? Why is she in the conversation? Why?
Bruh. You know, I don't even know why you play it now.
Come on, man. So, all right. Since you want to go there, right, Your Honor. Again, I'm not talking to the lawyer. I don't want to talk to him, Your Honor. So you telling me every young lady that you was interested in, whether it be relationship or just sexually lusting, here we go, lusting. That's what Mike B don't want to talk. He don't want to say that he ever lusted in his life. It's all good.
But here's the thing: I wasn't lusting over her.
Bro, you was like however old you were. Come on, no, we know that.
I remember that for a fact. I was not lusting over her.
And I understand.
No.
At the time, you wasn't really. If I'm being honest with you, weren't even really a lustful person back then.
Exactly.
I was just trying to, Aladdin, a whole new world.
That whole new world ain't work, bruh. We know this.
Hey man, I try, bro. You can't never say I see blocked, bro.
You never, no.
You can't never say
never that from you. Never that.
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna give you that. But now that the court is out of session, have you ever been cheated on?
Come on, man. I'm on record saying that about 7 to 8 times or something.
The answer I know is yes.
Yeah, for sure. I actually asked what that was about, and a lot of them really told me the same thing. They was young, and I was overwhelming. I was moving too fast because you know me, I'm a thinker, so I'm already planning things out, and that's when you're young, that scares women off. So I had to learn that lesson young. It wasn't about you ugly or the sex thing, because a lot of them it wasn't even sexual. So a lot of it was just like, yo, you were ahead of your time, and to see where you at now, I kind of regret it. And it's like, yo, don't do that. Like we were kids, like it was a moment in time, but definitely for sure. And I'm saying that for the listeners because it's like some people will get cheated on and they feel like it's because they're less than. So a lot of times that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. Nope. Somebody's going through something and you just not right for them for that moment or that season. But you got to be strong in your boundaries later. If these people try to come back around, if you feel like they're not called to be in your life, don't let them back in your life. Right. Period. But if they are called, then let it be open to love or whatever it is that you went to, and just let that happen. But yes, to answer your question, absolutely yes. What about you?
Honestly, surprising. I think the answer is no.
Never.
Not to my knowledge. Not that I know of.
Oh. How does that feel?
It's like, I don't think it's too much of a feeling. Because I can't be prideful at time. But I don't really see one way or another about it, I guess. Because the thing is, right, and I've been asked this question previously, right? And people who I would consider, marrying or whatnot. Like, question always comes up: if the person cheat, what would you do? More times than not, if it's a female, and all the females I've talked to and asked that question, they're ending the relationship right then and there. No matter how many times, if it's once, 20, 30, it don't matter. They're ending it.
All right.
Me, I look at it and think about it as like, what did I do wrong to cause them to cheat?
But you don't feel like that's placing the blame on you? Or so that's initially. No, you do that initially.
It's not even like placing the blame. It's not placing the blame on myself. Like, because, the person still had to make the choice to do it or not.
Correct.
But what I'm getting at is that individual, you were doing something that they were needing or that you were lacking in to cause them to do that in the first place.
Okay.
So it's not more so blaming yourself. It's just retrospecting and looking at everything going on. Because, like, my marriage, if, God forbid, I'm not saying that she will, and let's say if she does.
Okay. In a parallel universe.
Go
ahead. Right.
I don't think I'd be quick for divorce. I would probably want to understand why before making any rash decision.
Is the why really important to you?
I think the why is important to me because, because the why would determine more so, was I really doing something or lacking that something that they were needing, or they just doing it just to do it. Because people just cheat.
That's inside.
There's people who cheat just to cheat because they like doing it.
That goes back to that attention. Okay. All right. So, you brought up a great point. So, in a parallel universe, if the person you were with, we're not gonna say no names or nothing like that. If the person you were with in the parallel universe were to cheat on you, you want to know why.
Yeah.
Let's say the why, you feel the why is justified, and you fix whatever the why was. Do you believe the saying that once a cheater, always a cheater?
That is false. I don't believe it because people like to put labels on folks. We know this. We try to be open as possible and not put any books on people, even though there's proof in the pudding sometimes.
True.
It's like, if you label someone a cheater, if you constantly say that, people don't understand how powerful their words are. So constantly saying, "Oh, you cheated on me, you're gonna cheat again, you're gonna cheat." You are putting it in the atmosphere and in the area that you're in, that the person that you're with is gonna constantly cheat on you. But if you do your due diligence, work on what you got, that person may not be a cheater. Or the individual work on themselves first before they move on into the next relationship. So this saying of once a cheater, always a cheater, it's just a catchy saying people like to say, but there's proof in the pudding at times, but the proof is not always in that pudding because it goes back to the definitions we give. Why did that person cheat? Are you providing that person the emotional connection that they need? Do you know your spouse's or your significant other's love language? Because if you don't know their love language and you're not providing them what they need, who really is the problem?
So go ahead, pop it off.
Do you believe cheating for black men is more physical or emotional?
10 years ago, it was physical. And I'm stereotyping, so y'all can come from my head. It's cool. I stand on what I'm saying. 10 years ago, us as a collective, black men as a collective, it don't matter where you was raised or born, it was definitely more physical. In 2022, I actually feel like it's more emotional. Even though social media has made it easier for you to view more people for you to be attracted to, I think something is missing inside of you that you attach yourself to these individuals, and when you get a hold of them, especially if she or he is doing it to you properly, yeah, you kind of caught up. I've been noticing a lot of the dudes, black men, are caught up. On the flip side, though, I've been noticing a lot of queens because, and I mean this with no disrespect, the Megs, the City Girls, the Cardis, the Nickies, they kind of like, yo, hit it and quit it. It's like hot girl summer. It's now a term of endearment. Like, oh, what you mean? I had about 25 this summer. Queen, excuse me? You understand? So I just think it flipped, bro.
So
I think in 2022, the queens are more physical, the men are more emotional.
So honestly, I don't think it's flipped. I just think it's brought to attention more. I think that it's been equal all this time. I don't think it's more physical or more emotional for either for a black man at all. I just think that the ones that we were presented, the ones that are shown, the ones that we see are always more physical. But in my honest opinion, I believe it's always been both. Because if you go back and look at history or just statistics about black men, right? Let's talk about these black men who have a secret family, and this is not just for the U.S. This is in the Caribbean. This is in Africa, having a whole second family. They have a whole second family, kids and everything, and taking care of them just with the first family at home, not knowing.
You raise a good point.
Is it really physical, or is that an emotional connection and know you have a responsibility to take care of that family too?
You raise a good point, my guy. I ain't got hey, you win that round. You raise a good point.
I'm just saying. But back to the point, you know, I constantly have like this discussion with ladies today about hot girl summer. And you know what someone tried to tell me what hot girl summer meant?
I want to hear this.
Women empowerment. Now,
empowerment to what?
To whatever they want, right? I get it. I get it. Some people can say that, and then you know, some people that I see on social media and whatnot, that's what their hot girl summer is. Empowering themselves. They going on vacation with their girls, chilling, but they also doing what they got to do at home, bills, making their money, businesses, all that good stuff, buying houses and whatnot. But what I need people to understand, ain't no one referring to hot girl summer like that. Majority wise, I don't think so. I think it's the opposite because we constantly see the bikinis, booty shaking, dancing, the twerking, and all that. And you saying hot girl summer, and you saying this for women empowerment, but you over there shaking your butt for every dude to walk by to see. Like,
I mean, that hold on, Mike. That could be an empowering to a young woman that's, you know, all she wears stuffy stuff at work. She don't show anything. That might be empowering to lift her body off, because I have been told numerous of times that getting off of work and popping that bra off for them is empowering to them. They love to be free, stereotypically again. But, you know.
But I put money that's at home in the comfort of their home where they can pull a glass of wine and no one's staring at them.
My guy, if they were allowed to without people gawking at them, I feel that they would. It's an if that's what they're willing to stand on, it's empowering movement. Because of that, in that realm like that, I could respect it. Now, my beef with it, right? Because I really don't got no beef with the whole twerking phenomenon.
I don't care. That's people.
Whatever. If your spouse is into that, do your thing. If you're single, whatever, right? My beef with saying hot girl summer is a empowering movement is What about winter, fall, spring? Why? So y'all saying y'all not empowered in those seasons? That would confuse me. You know what I mean? We don't get a cold girl winter. I don't know. Like, you're not empowered through those seasons? You only empowered through the summer? What type of? Just call it for what it is, man. I get to wild out. I get to do what I want to do. I get to do and be and say who and whatever I feel because Meg says so. Pop your knees if it worked for you.
Real role models, but just saying. Okay.
Hey man. Now you kind of already addressed this one, but I still want to lay it out there in case there was anything that we missed. Could you forgive your spouse for being unfaithful? That's a real question.
Yeah.
And you saying you would have to know the why?
I would have to know the why, right? I'm saying I would have to know the why, but in my honest opinion, this is me. I believe in I believe in the construct of marriage. And the way I've been brought up, I'm only married once.
Right.
Once. So it says till death do those part. And people take those words lightly, in my opinion. They take them lightly. Because I want people to understand it's easy to get married, right? It's easy to do the process, get the paperwork. It doesn't cost you a lot. But do people ever wonder why it's so hard to get divorced?
You talking about the business side of things, or you talking about biblical, bro?
No. It's a little bit of both. Because if you think about it,
all right.
If you think about it, divorce is so hard. Period. Right? Got to split assets.
Depending on the state. Depending on the state.
Depending on the state, rules are different wherever they're at, but it's still a splitting of two people of finances that had combined, right?
Yeah, state for sure. No, that's fact.
Do people understand how difficult that is? How long the process can be sometimes? Some people say, "Oh, we're gonna do it amicably." Yeah, you're doing it amicably, but you still taking a couple of months to get it done, right? While you can go to the whoever you get your paperwork from the state, right? Because it's named all different things, a registrar and all that good stuff. You pay your fee, you get the application, you go to a priest or someone who can perform the ceremony. They sign the paper, you take it back, you have it back in a week. This process is like that.
When you put it like that,
right? Quick, easy to get married. No hard feelings. Oh, people make it long because they want to have a big wedding, but that's a whole different animal.
Right.
But divorce, it takes a while.
Takes time, yeah.
Takes time.
For sure.
Now, people gonna say, "Oh, this is not God ordained," or this is a man-made construct. But
what is that? What marriage?
Yes. Look.
That's a man-made.
Exactly. All right. The business side of marriage is man-made. All right. That's the man-made. A man and woman to come together guy upstairs. I'm gonna live by that. All right. Yeah. The listeners, people out there, you can have your opinion. God made it easy for us to get married. Right. He made it difficult for us to be divorced. If you go back and look in the history in the Bible, let's see how many people get shunned for being divorced.
Unless there was a good reason.
Because there are exceptions to the rule.
And that exception is infidelity. It's in there.
Yeah. No. It is. No, it is.
But it's also in there in the Old Testament that you must take your brother's wife if he dies. Like it was wild in the Old Testament, bro.
Look, it's a law of the land. That's part people miss in the Bible. Law of the land, and we have to adjust it to the times that we're in. But that's whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Which we will continue at some point. Don't worry, that is coming. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you could definitely forgive your spouse if you know the why, and the why is you feel what? Necessary, or you was lacking, or
in all honesty, it shouldn't matter what the why is. You should try to mend your marriage because it's to death do us part, right? Those vows, the words that are spoken in those vows are deeper than what people take them for. People just look at them as words, but we also have to remember words are powerful, right? And when we put that in the atmosphere, we have to live up to those words, or those words become a part of us. So, in my opinion, if you're not trying to at least mend your relationship, I can understand the why, and hear me out. I understand the person who's hurt on the other side. But we also got to think about it like this: how many people got hurt by their parents, but always go back to their parents?
But that's their parents, though,
bruh. And the Bible says, "Leave and cleave."
Say less, Mike. Say less, Mike. Okay. For me, it's a two-part answer. I could see myself in a perfect world going, hey, let's talk about it. What was you going through? What was I lacking? You know, I in a perfect world. The other side of me, the duality of me, bro, I don't know, man. I'm not here for it. And let me explain why. It's not a super aggressive macho man thing. It's literally, I know what I'm putting into this. I know how hard I'm going at this. Yep. I myself struggle with I don't want to give too much because I don't want nobody to use that against me, but I struggle with things when it comes to women. So if I'm able to match that energy and hold it down and be faithful, and you fix your legs to allow somebody to disrupt what we've built because you wanted to feel good in that moment, because let's not get this confused. Again, now, this is me. We talking about me. I specifically do random things to make sure that there is a smile on my spouse's face at all times. And I also specifically do things so that my spouse has a frown on her face 2 times a week. Now, people are going to hear that and be like, wait, what? Hear me out. I'm about to give you half of a gym. I'm not going to give you the full gym. Just understand something about our queens. And they can knock my head in all they want. I don't care. These are facts. I'm standing on what I said. Queens like verity.
Facts.
They like fun. They like to have fun. They like randomization. You can be the good guy, but sometimes you're going to have to turn it up and randomly just be the bad guy today. But don't be a bad guy and disrespect or harm her, but need you to be an asshole today. Babe, go. Hey, can we go to the store and do this? Nah.
Yo, facts.
What you do to deserve that today? Excuse me? Who are you talking? I'm talking to you. What you do to deserve that today? I'm just saying. When the last time my feet got rubbed? When the last time I got a back massage? Huh? I'm just saying, bro. I'm giving y'all half of a gym because there's more I can go into that. But you got to pay for that, all right?
Facts.
Maybe when I turn 60, if I make it to 65, I might get a game out for free, okay? But right now, you got to pay for that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying all that to say this. I'm that type of man. I'm that type of individual where I'm not giving you my all. I don't believe in giving someone your all. Give them your 90%, save 10%, keep things spicy. You'll never want somebody to know who you are as an individual the whole way through. That doesn't even make logical sense. Y'all can argue me all day. I do not care. Argue with your best friend. I ain't got time for it. Don't give somebody 100% of yourself. It doesn't make sense. 90% is just as good. If this is your person, this is your, the person that you're going to be with the rest of your life. But you got to keep it spicy. And that's what I do, Mike. So if my lady takes it upon herself to get interested in an individual, I didn't say you can't be attracted to somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
You heard what my wife talking about. She got a certain type of caliber of dude. I ain't that, bro. I ain't got tattoos. I ain't light skinned, bro.
No. I ain't that. We ain't The Rock. We ain't these individuals.
None of that. None of that. And I don't compare myself to no other man. I don't care. Like, that's you. I'm me. Cool. But if you feel that you can take it upon yourself to do that action and violate everything that we've done, it's just kind of like, bro, you kind of showed me your hand. Like, how do you think we coming back from this? Oh, I had a lapse of judgment. Now you had a lapse of something.
No, I hear you.
I think I'm good, bro. I'm good. So, you got any questions before I take us up out of here?
Nah, man. I think I'm good. Go ahead, bro. Take us home.
Okay. Final question, Mike. So, do black men cheat?
So, you know me. My answer is always going to be a bit of gray in there. They ain't going to be black and white for these folks. Black men do cheat, yes. But that does not mean all black men cheat. Also, when I say that, it doesn't mean the black man's going to cheat in every season of his life. It may be a season where he's a little bit more promiscuous and, you know, he's going from lady to lady, but he gets his head on straight and you change him. And he changes for you. He adjusts for you. Because he's not changing who he is. He's just adjusting his climate and his decisions. So, black men do cheat, but we all don't cheat.
Bars. Straight bars. Okay. I'm assuming I'm up next.
Of course.
All right. It's this and then this mic drop. So, black men cheat the same way black women cheat, the same way white men cheat, the same way white women cheat. Everybody, like Mike B said, is susceptible to it. It can happen at any time. But if I can be me for a moment, right? And I know people are going to roll their eyes about this, but I'm going to say what I'm about to say. Infidelity-wise, yes, it's facts, okay? But if we talking about this world that we live in, how can I, as a black man, be considered a cheater when I come out the womb and I'm already cheated out of resources in life?
Yo,
I'm out.
We see y'all next week.
What up, listeners? Mike B here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. You can find us on IG at BMM_podcast. On TikTok at BMM Podcast. Facebook, just type in the Black Men Misunderstood Podcast. And then you can find the Neighborhood Therapist at the Neighborhood Therapist on IG. And you can find myself at MikeB_BMM on IG. And if you want to connect with our producer, the DJ himself, Mr. DJ Daxter, check him out at DJ Daxter on IG. All right, folks. See y'all next week.